judge decides to jump all in, that's a 120 days for him to catch up. Him or her to catch up.
This is what I'm saying.
4 months. You think so?
This is great for us.
Need to let Roy know we
The
won't be
optimist.
over.
I know.
Good evening, everyone. I want to welcome everyone to the November 7th, 2017 meeting of the Whitehall City Council for the purpose of considering such matters that may come before it. I'm going to call the meeting to order at this time and ask everyone to please rise for a moment of silence and remain standing for the pledge. And tonight we'll have a little extra moment of silence for our former police chief, Ray Fenstemaker, who is the police chief here for around over 30 years. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Frymark, please call the roll.
Staley, Morrison,
Here.
Bailey,
Here.
Rodriguez,
Here.
Gregg,
Here.
Coniston, Tanner,
Here.
President Graham.
Present.
Mr. President, I'd like to move to excuse the absent member.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Bailey and a second by Mr. Rodriguez to excuse the absent member. Ms. Frymark, please call the roll.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez,
Yes.
Gregg,
Yes.
Coniston,
Yes.
Tanner,
Yes.
The absent member has been excused. Next, we have our approval of minutes for October 17, 2017, the agenda and regular meeting.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the October 17th minutes.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Coniston, a second by Mr. Canner for approval of the October 17, 2017 minutes. Ms. Frymark, please call the roll.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez,
Yes.
Gregg,
Yes.
Coniston,
Yes.
Tanner,
Yes.
Stand approved. It's our first opportunity for poll public. If anyone would like to come forward, you will have up to 3 minutes to address council with your issues and concerns or tribulations or whatever. Please come forward, state your name and address for the record.
Is this where I come?
Yes, ma'am.
Obviously, I haven't been here for a while, so I don't know your new procedure. Several years ago,
State your name and address for the record, please.
sorry,
All right.
can you hear me okay?
Oh, yes.
Several years ago, what? You don't want to hear that?
No, yes, ma'am. We certainly do, but please state your name and address.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm Gloria Witt. I live on Collingwood,
Address.
607 Collingwood,
All right.
Whitehall. Now can I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I know a number of years ago now, it's a little longer now, I reserved part of this to have a family reunion. Now, I don't know what is the ground going to be like this coming summer. I would like to schedule something again, but I don't know what's going to be happening out here.
Are you talking about something at Whitehall Community Park or?
The park, of course, the park out here. There used to be shelter houses. There aren't anymore. And also I reserved part of the building in here because I had catering service come in because my family is all over the country. So to have them come in, this was ideal. But I don't know if I can start thinking along those lines now or not. Do you think the park here will have any?
I'm going to let the mayor try to answer that.
I don't believe that the building will be available, and as for shelter houses, I don't think they'll be available either because we'll be building new shelter houses. And
At the top section?
yes, won't we, Zach? Or are we using the old ones?
No, so
Yeah.
the old ones have been taken down.
That's what I
I
thought.
believe the Parks Commission and the Park Master Plan do call for new shelters, but they will probably not be in by the end of the summer. And as the mayor mentioned, the building hasn't been available for rent for a number of months now and probably will not be available for rent until it becomes the YMCA.
Not any part of it?
Of the
No.
building?
Yes.
No, ma'am. The building will not be available for rent. I wouldn't imagine this summer. It'll be, I believe will be in the planning process, if not under construction, as it gets converted into the community park YMCA.
So in other words, there is no way of arranging a family reunion here anymore?
You could
Well-
go to John Bishop Park.
Sorry?
You might know it as Orton Davis Park. We have shelter houses
Yeah.
over there that you can also reserve.
Well, I don't know if that would work. I don't think so. I don't think it would be large enough, really. Well,
Yeah,
so the answer is no. here.
Unfortunately, the answer is no, that the building, no part of the building would be available
Okay,
for
well,
that.
That was my question.
All right.
I do have one other thing to mention.
All righty.
Has anybody else received a copy of a letter like this? Have you received a letter in your mailbox?
What's the letter in regards?
Do you know who this is from?
Yes, I do.
This is from
My husband.
Mayor's husband.
Yes.
Yes.
My husband who's a private citizen.
Sorry?
My husband who is a private citizen.
Absolutely,
Yes.
yeah. And that's just why I find this so offensive. Really, he's not campaigning for you, and I'm not sure what all he's trying to.
Well, you will need to discuss that with my husband. He is right there. And
Sorry?
my husband is right there, and you can discuss.
That's what I want. Then maybe I can turn my back to you and ask.
Well, why don't you do that and discuss it out in the hallway, because that should be a private discussion with my husband, since he wrote the letter.
So I don't need to discuss it or ask anybody here, or what the intent is. What is the intent of the letter?
We can go outside. We don't need to disturb.
This is, man, the letter really doesn't pertain to business that would be under consideration by members of council. So it, as the mayor said.
It does. But if nobody knows what I'm talking about, other than the mayor, it may be Mr. Rodriguez, right?
Well, I'm recognized the letter, yes.
Okay. Well, then I guess I think I overstayed my time then. Thank you. And I would like to talk to you. Sure. Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to come forward for
Thank you.
public at this time? All right, we will move on to our standing committee reports, and we'll begin with Administration and Financial Management, Chairperson Bailey.
Thank you, Mr. President. Administration and Financial Management did meet 2 weeks ago. Our minutes are on file, and we will meet again next week, sometime after 6:30, next Tuesday, right here in the back room.
All righty. Thank you, sir. Next, we have
Poor
Community
Rusty.
Engagement, Chairperson Coniston.
Thank you, President Graham. Community engagement met 2 weeks ago. Our minutes are on file, and we'll meet again next week in the back sometime after 6:30.
All right, thank you. Community Standards and Enforcement, Chairperson Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. President. Community Standards and Enforcement also met last Tuesday. Our minutes are on file. And we'll meet again 2 weeks ago. We'll meet again next Tuesday.
Something like that.
For sure.
Thank you. Next, we have Economic Development, Chairperson Morrison.
Mr. President, Economic Development also met last Tuesday. Our minutes are on file, and we'll meet again next Tuesday sometime after 6:30 in the back.
All right, thank you, sir. Infrastructure Maintenance and Services, Chairperson Gregg.
Thank you, Mr. President. Infrastructure Maintenance and Services also met last week, and our minutes are on file, and we'll meet sometime in the back after 6:30 next Tuesday.
All right, thank you. Our next committee is Public Safety. That's Chairperson Staley. He's unable to attend the meeting this evening. However, that committee did meet 2 weeks ago, and their minutes are on file. They shall also meet again next Tuesday sometime after 6:30. That brings us to Parks and Recreation, Chairperson Canner.
Thank you, Mr. President. Parks and Recreation met 2 weeks ago. Our minutes are on file. We'll meet again next week in the back after 6:30.
Thank you. Those are all the standing committee reports we have. We'll move on to our officials' reports, and we'll begin with our mayor, Ms. Kim Macker.
Yes, I'd like to welcome everyone for coming this evening. I have no report. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have our city attorney, Mr. Michael Bivens.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of council. Thank you all for coming out this evening. The official report from the city attorney's office: in the month of October, in mayor's court, we prosecuted 226 cases in our mayor's court. Out of those 224 cases, only 24 of those were of a criminal nature committed by Whitehall residents. So the trend this year is we're down about 2% from last year, same time. So it's about a 10% decrease from October of 2016 to October of 2017. Next, in the city attorney's office, we are currently working with Whitehall Yearling High School to do the official mock court competition. This will be the second year the high school will participate. This year we have a case. No, this is the second official year for participation in the competition. Oh, okay. The first time was just a trial run. Now they're actually got the show on the road. This year they're doing an interesting case called Buckeye State versus Adam Smith, and it happens to deal with ineffective assistance of counsel. So they are learning all of the subtle nuances about that. My son is participating this year, so it's kind of a different wrinkle, and he's showing no interest whatsoever, which is my segue into the Whitehall Yearling High School Rams. If you did not go to the playoff game last Friday, it was probably one of the best high school games I've ever seen in my entire life. It was incredible, and while we did not make it to the next round, those boys have everything to be proud of. It was just an amazing game, and they fought tooth and nail to the last 50 seconds. And then lastly, off the record, I know that tonight is an election night. I commend every candidate that is run for office. Anybody who's ever run knows that it takes, a lot of heart, a lot of grit, and a lot of, moral fortitude to run for office and just step out and do it. So I congratulate every candidate that's gone out and put their self on the line to get their message out. But one particular candidate I would like to commend in advance is one that we do know that he will be leaving this council by the end of the year, and that is Van Gregg. And Mr. Gregg, Council Member Gregg, I just want to say how much of an honor it's been to serve with you. You've been my neighbor for a number of years, and I just wanted to say it publicly because out of everything that happens tonight, I know that tonight this will change for you. So I just wanted to say that publicly, and I thank you for your service for all of the years that you've been with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that ends my report.
All right, thank you. We'll move on to our city auditor, Mr. Dan Miller.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no official report tonight. Glad the election's almost over. I would like to ask for favorable considerations on ordinances 91 and 96. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next up, we have the Director of Development and Public Service, Mr. Zach Wood.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no official report this evening.
All right, thank you, sir. Next, we have our City Treasurer, Mr. Steve Quinzel.
Thank you, Mr. President, for remembering my name.
That wasn't it. It wasn't your name.
I have no
Over there it says City Treasurer, and over here it says Treasurer. So when I see conflicting things, I'm like, all right, what am I supposed to say? All right.
What was his name again?
Mr. City Treasurer. Okay. We have received no officials reports in the council office since our last meeting. But under communications, petitions, and claims, we do have the 4 items listed on the agenda this evening. They are the minutes from the September 28, 2017 meeting of the Parks and Recreation Commission, the agenda for the October 26, 2017 meeting of the Parks and Recreation Commission. We also have a notice from the Ohio Division of Liquor Control of the application for transfer of ownership of the D1, D2, D3, D3A liquor permits of Dukem LLC, DBA Dukem Restaurant and Patio, 4720 East Main Street, And we've also received the agenda for the November 2nd, 2017 meeting of the Planning Commission. Those are all the communications, petitions, and claims. Ms. Frymark, I warned you earlier that I was going to ask you to call the roll on whether each member of council was given a copy of each item of legislation listed on the agenda prior to the meeting, and including any add-on legislation. I didn't file yet, did I?
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Gregg,
Yes.
Coniston,
Yes.
Tanner.
Yes.
All right, that's a good thing. All right, so we'll move on to our legislative items for the evening. We have under third reading is ordinance 91, 2017, making and approving a fund transfer in the amount of $2,005. Strike that. $2,059.97 from the fiscal year 2015 JAG Grant Fund to the general fund and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, I'd like to introduce ordinance 91 and move to adopt.
Second?
I have a motion by Mr. Bailey and a second by Mr. Rodriguez for adoption of ordinance 91, 2017. Questions or comments? Ms. Frymark, please call the roll.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Gregg,
Yes.
Coniston.
Yes.
Tanner.
Yes.
Ordinance 96, 2017 has been adopted. I'm sorry, 91, 2017. I looked on the wrong piece of paper here. That's all the items we have under third reading. Under second reading, we have ordinance 96, 2017. It's making and approving a fund transfer in the amount of $3,310.35 from the fiscal year 2014 JAG Grant Fund to the general fund and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, I'd like to introduce ordinance 96, 2017 and move for a suspension of all rules.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Bailey and a second by Mr. Rodriguez for introduction and suspension of all rules on ordinance 96, 2017. Questions or comments?
For correction, that was Van that seconded that.
Was it?
He threw his voice.
You must have, because I didn't expect it. All right. I stand corrected. I have a motion by Mr. Bailey and a second by Mr. Gregg for introduction and suspension of all rules on ordinance 96, 2017. Questions or comments? I've already gotten one comment. Is there any others? Ms. Frymark, please call the roll.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Gregg,
Yes.
Coniston.
Yes.
Tanner.
Yes. The rules have been suspended on ordinance 96, 2017.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Got him.
By Mr. Bailey, second by Mr. Gregg for adoption of ordinance 96, 2017. Ms. Frymark, please call the roll.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Gregg,
Yes.
Coniston.
Yes.
Tanner.
Yes.
Ordinance 96, 2017 has been adopted. Our next ordinance is 98, 2017. It's amending section 1123.08 titled Limited Commerce District and section 1123.10 titled General Commerce District in the codified ordinances of the city of Whitehall to clarify inpatient treatment facility requirements. That ordinance is being read by title only. It has been referred to the Planning Commission, and we will have a public hearing regarding this ordinance on November 21, 2017. Moving on, we have ordinance 100, 2017. It's amending the zoning map attached to chapter 1122 of the 1970 codified ordinances of the city of Whitehall, Ohio, and as subsequently amended, allowing a special permit under 1123.10C1 to allow Mr. Hero to operate a drive-in window and drive-through facilities on the property located at 4356 East Broad Street, parcel number 090005465, property owned by Plaza International Properties, LLC.
Mr. President, I'd like to amend ordinance 100-2017 with the correct address and parcel number as read.
Second.
A motion by Mr. Rodriguez and a second by Mr. Tanner to amend ordinance 100, 2017 as read. Questions or comments? Ms. Frymark, please call the roll.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Gregg.
Yes.
Coniston. Yes. Tanner.
Yes. Ordinance 100, 2017 has been amended. That's the last item of legislation we have under second reading. Under first reading, we have ordinance 101, 2017. It's authorizing adoption of the November 2017 replacement pages to the codified ordinances of the city of Whitehall and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, I'd like to introduce ordinance 101, 2017. Move for the suspension of all rules.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Rodriguez and a second by Mr. Bailey for introduction and suspension of all rules on ordinance 101, 2017. Questions or comments? Ms. Frymark, please call the roll.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Gregg.
Yes.
Coniston. Yes. Tanner.
Yes. The rules have been suspended on ordinance 101, 2017.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move to adopt.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Rodriguez, second by Mr. Bailey for adoption of ordinance 101, 2017. Ms. Frymark, please call the roll.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Gregg.
Yes.
Coniston. Yes. Tanner.
Yes. Ordinance 101, 2017 has been adopted. Our next ordinance is 102, 2017. It's approving and making a supplemental appropriation in the amount of $25,000 from unappropriated monies in the General Fund 101 to the Income Tax Refunds Expense Account. That ordinance is being read by title only. Our next ordinance, 103, 2017, is approving and making a supplemental appropriation of $67,557 from unappropriated monies in the general fund to the police salaries account and declaring an emergency. That ordinance is also being read by title only. Ordinance 104 is next on our agenda, and it is authorizing the creation of the Energy Project Fund and declaring an emergency. That ordinance is being read by title only also. That's the last ordinance we have for the evening. We do have several resolutions, beginning with Resolution 58, 2017, resolving to approve then and now certificates and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, I'd like to introduce Resolution 58, 2017. Move for suspension of all rules.
Second.
A motion by Mr. Bailey and a second by Mr. Gregg for introduction and suspension of all rules on Resolution 58, 2017. Questions or comments? Ms. Frymark, please call the roll.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Gregg.
Yes.
Coniston. Yes. Tanner.
Yes. The rules have been suspended on Resolution 58, 2017.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move to adopt.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Bailey, second by Mr. Gregg for adoption of Resolution 58, 2017. Ms. Frymark, please call the roll.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Gregg.
Yes.
Coniston. Yes. Tanner.
Yes. Resolution 58, 2017 has been adopted. Our next resolution is 59, 2017. It's a resolution reauthorizing an agreement between the City of Whitehall and the Board of County Commissioners, Franklin County, Ohio, on behalf of the City of Whitehall in order to participate in the Franklin County, Ohio Department of Housing and Urban Development Entitlement Program and abide by the covenants of that program as stated herein and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, wish to introduce Resolution 59, 2017, and move for the suspension of all the rules.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Morrison and a second by Mr. Gregg for introduction and suspension of all rules on Resolution 59, 2017. Questions or comments? Ms. Frymark, please call the roll.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Gregg.
Yes.
Coniston. Yes. Tanner.
Yes. The rules have been suspended on Resolution 59, 2017.
Move to adopt.
Second.
A motion by Mr. Morrison, second by Mr. Gregg for adoption of Resolution 59, 2017. Ms. Frymark, please call the roll.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Gregg.
Yes.
Coniston. Yes. Tanner.
Yes. Resolution 59, 2017 has been adopted. Our last resolution for the evening is 60, 2017. It's a resolution adopting the 2017 Parks and Recreation Master Plan Update of Whitehall Community Park for the City of Whitehall. That resolution is being read by title only. As I said before, it is the last item of legislation we have before us this evening. It is therefore time for the second opportunity for poll public. If anyone would like to come forward, please state your name and address for the record. You will have up to 3 minutes. All right, seeing no one, we will move on to Community Date Board. And this is open for anyone who has something to offer for Community Date Board.
Well, I would like to invite everybody out to the Veterans Day Parade this Saturday. It will be at noon from Etna Road Elementary to the high school. And if you are a veteran or if you would like to walk in somebody's honor, we would love to have you. Just come on over to Etna Road Elementary School around 11 o'clock a.m. and we will make sure to get you in line.
Who else has something for Community Day? All right, we'll move on to poll council, and we'll begin with Mr. Morrison.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone for coming, and have a good evening.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Bailey.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yes, I'd like to thank all of you for coming, and I want to wish all the candidates that are running tonight good luck, especially ones I voted for, and also the ones that I couldn't vote for but I support. And Rusty, I'd just like to say that the letter that you wrote, I fully support, and it was well written. Thank you. That's all I have, Mr. President.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. President. Same. Good to see everyone this evening. And yeah, let's see what the voters decide on our future as a city.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Gray.
Thanks everyone for coming, and Michael, thank you. Like I said, I'm going to go off, but I still got a few more weeks to go. Still can make a splash.
About 2 months.
A few more weeks.
I'm not going anywhere anyway.
I heard lame duck.
Exactly.
That's right.
Have a good evening.
All right, thank you. Ms. Coniston.
I would just like to thank everybody for coming and good luck to all the candidates as well.
All right, thank you. Mr. Canner.
Thank you, Mr. President. Everybody's pretty much said everything, so when you go last, you have nothing else to say. So with that, thank you for coming, and I have no official comment.
Well, it'd be different if you were last.
I am last, officially, until we get Mr. President. Motion to adjourn,
Yeah.
then?
No, I also want to thank everyone for coming out this evening. I also want to wish all the candidates luck, whether I voted for them or not. But, you know, it's nice to have offices that are being contested. At least it shows that people are willing to get involved, and that's what's important.
Yeah.
Well, except for the auditor, nobody had enough courage to step out against him.
Oh, come on. I wasn't even meant to decide and vote for him.
I did.
I did.
I did.
I did.
I was there at 6:35.
Oh, you were late.
All right. I will say this.
Already did that.
I hope to see, I will see all of you here at our next meeting in 2 weeks from now. And we have no other official business to do before us this evening, so I would take a motion for adjournment.
Mr. President.
Yes.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Bailey, second by Mr. Rodriguez for adjournment. Ms. Frymartin, please call the roll.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez,
Yes.
Gray,
Yes.
Coniston,
Yes.
Tanner.
Yes. All right. We are adjourned, and I will see all of you here at the next meeting. Thank you very much for being here.